Hey guys, it's Ashley. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these 3 different cactus potted plants. So the first thing I am going to start with is I'm going to be making the pots. I chose to use a granite white Sculpey clay, and I'm going to be rolling it into a tapered log and then cutting to the appropriate length that I wanted my pot to be. So my pots are about 1 inch tall, so they're not very big. So the base of the pot is going to be a little bit shorter because when I go to make the rim of the pot, that is going to actually sit above the base of the pot a little bit to make sort of an indent where I'm going to put my dirt and, you know, whatever color clay you want to use for that part. So now I'm just going to, now that I've cut the clay, it was a little misshapen, so I'm just making sure it's a nice cylinder. And now I'm going to cut a long rectangle, and this will be the rim of the pot. So I'm just using my straight blade, and I'm just going to cut a long rectangle, and then I will figure out the measurements after I put it onto my pot. So I'm not exactly sure how long this was. So just making sure that the edges are nice and cleaned up, and now I'm putting it onto the base of the pot with about 2 or 3 millimeters above the interior of the pot. And I wanted to make this nice and rigid. I didn't want it to curve the edges too much because I wanted it to reflect a real pot. So now I'm just sizing that rectangle, and I'm just going to blend those ends together. And then I placed this in the oven for about 7 minutes. So I'm doing a pre-bake. So I've already pre-baked this one, and now I'm going to start showing you how to make each one individually. So the first one, I chose to use this granite clay, and this is from the brand Fimo. And I'm just cutting out a rough circle. It doesn't really matter. I could have skipped this step totally. Just to take some clay and then press it into the pot. So it's nice to pre-bake the pot just because now that I'm going to be actually like handling the pot a lot more, I don't want to misshapen the pot. So I'm just, flattening that out and making it nice and level into the pot. And then I will start working on the actual cactus. So these are some of the colors I was using throughout this tutorial. I will list everything down below, and also you can find a list of materials over at my blog. So I chose to use some translucent Sculpey. I actually used way too much green. You're actually supposed to use a lot less, but accidentally. I wanted it to have a sort of a translucent look, plant feel. So next time I'll remember that. So now I'm just making sort of a triangular shaped log, and then I pinch the top to make it a little rounded, and then that's pretty much all I need to do for that cactus. So I just put that onto the dirt there, the granite, and make sure it's nice and stuck down. And then I used my ball tool, and I did some textured detail on all 3 sides. And then I'm going to take some red clay and just put a little ball of red clay on the top. And then you're done with this one. So this is it glazed, and I think it came out really, really cute and adorable. And they shine up nice when you get that glaze on it, especially the granite. So now on to the next one. The next one I chose to use a brown clay, and I'm going to make this one look more like dirt. So I put a mound of clay onto it so it's not level with the pot. And then I'm going to use a dark green clay, and I am going to be making many long triangle shapes. So you can either shape it into a triangle like this, or you could just flatten out a piece of green clay and cut out many long triangles. Both work very nicely. So I'm just rounding out the edges a little bit. And I went ahead and made a bunch more. And now I'm going to place them onto my dirt. So I'm just going to place them randomly in a circular pattern, sort of. Couldn't really fit a ton on here. If you wanted to make the triangles thinner, you could probably get a lot more on, but this is how I made this one. So I just wanted this to be like one of those like crazy, more kind of like an aloe plant type of you know, cactus. I think it came out pretty cute though. Let's put the last one in the middle. So I'm just taking my leaves and I'm just curling them and making them look pretty, and I'm just going to fill in all the gaps. And then I'm going to take a little ball of pink clay and put that in between the leaves just to add a little bit of visual interest. And here it is. So I think this one came out really cute too. I love aloe vera, and this is sort of aloe vera looking, and yeah. So now I'm going to work on the last one, and for the last one I decided to actually use the neon pink clay from Sculpey, and I'm going to be making it sort of look like there's gravel inside the pot this time. So I just made, first I flattened some pink clay into the base first, just so that I wouldn't have to make as many of the little pebbles. And then I just rolled out a bunch of slightly larger and slightly smaller pieces of clay to act as gravel. And now I'm going to go back to that first green that I used in the first cactus, and I am going to flatten it into little disc shapes and just place a few inside the gravel. So this will look like those flat cactuses that I have seen before. So I just made, I think, about 4 of these little discs and in varying sizes, and place those sideways sort of. And I think this one's super cute too. So if I didn't already mention, I again baked these in the oven for another 10-15 minutes, and then I glazed them, and then that's it. So I think these came out really cute and adorable, and they would look really sweet on a little desk or on your shelf. I love these, and I hope you love these as much as I do. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials and DIYs, and all my social media links will be down below if you decide to make these. I would love to see your pictures, and thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!